Well, Arrested Development is not just a TV show or a hip hop group, it's a real thing. So, to make it simple, Arrested Development is when something happens in someone's childhood at a significant stage of development, it stunts our growth, it stunts us emotionally, that sometimes we stay stuck in a time frame and we fail to develop emotionally, we fail to develop or mature emotionally. The problem is we're now in these relationships with these grown people, but emotionally, we're stuck somewhere in time. And so, this thing called arrested development, the reason why I'm focusing on men is simple, is because now I'm not going to get into all of the stuff that I see on social media these days with relationships. I'm talking real relationships. But the reason why I'm focusing on men is because sometimes women have a demand that men show up emotionally, but sometimes we are not equipped or have the capacity because of this phenomenon we call arrested development. Maturely, yes, we're mature in body. Sometimes our anger matures because the anger is an easy emotion. But the reality of it is, when it comes to a full expression of emotions, we're stuck, we're stunted. And so today, what I'm going to talk about, and I'm not going to get in, we could talk about Erickson's stages of development. I don't want to turn this into a psychology class, but there's different stages. So there's infancy and childhood, there's adolescence, there's adulthood, there's early adulthood, and all of those things. So what happens is, if something significant happens in those stages, generally that's where we get stuck. Now think about it. For a lot of black men, when does the trauma start? Childhood, early childhood, adolescence, and so forth. So what happens is we get stuck in a time emotionally, especially if a person's been arrested, been to jail, been to prison, and things like that, or experienced a significant trauma. Our emotions begin to be stunted. So